Hi guys, if you work with the Linux command line interface from the terminal and you type commands, you have to be familiar with files and directories, obviously. And one of the difficult concepts to grasp for beginners in Linux operating system when they're using the command line interface is the aspect of path name to a file and directories. Whenever you want to work with a file or directory, you have to know how to use the path in order to get to the directory or the file you're working at. So I'm gonna give you an example now. So I have two terminals open. I don't think I need this one. I have two terminals. So I am right now at my current directory, which is the home directory. That's the home directory. I'm at it now. And same things here, pwd on the same. So let me clear. Now, I'm gonna go over first the relative path. Actually, let me talk about both. First, the absolute path. Whenever you talk about absolute path to a file or directory in Linux, it starts with the root directory. And whenever you talk about the relative path, we're talking about the path names that does not have the root directory. Basically, you're starting from your current directory, and in this case it's the home directory. So I'm gonna give you an example now about the relative directory where you don't have to use the root, starting with the root. So let's say, as I said, we are in a home in my home directory now, and if you look here, I'm gonna run I don't know if you remember the tree command. I made a video about it, like two, 3 videos before, I think. The tree command will list the file structure, the directory and files, the way they are arranged in the system, and starting from a directory you specify. If you run tree from the root directory, it's gonna list the whole file system, but in this case I'm gonna run it from my home directory, which is the current. This way it doesn't take long to display on the screen. So if I hit the tree command here, so it's gonna show there is 66 directories, 582 files. So if I want to access this directory, if you notice the directory are in blue. So what happened, it's the tree started to list the directories starting from my current directories, which is the dot here. This is my current directory. So basically, that's another concept you have to understand. The period, it means the current directory. So basically, let's say I am at my home directory now. Let me go to the second terminal. So now, since I am at the home directory, if I navigate cd to dot to this directory, it's not gonna go anywhere because this is the current directory. So it represents the current directory. So if I hit enter, and again I do the pwd to see where I am, it's gonna show you the same thing just like before. Home George KC, home George KC. So that's the first concept. The second concept is the double periods. Whenever you type cd ... you go to the parent directory, it means one level up from your current directory. So in this case, it's gonna go above the George KC, it's gonna go to the home. Okay, so if I hit cd ... it's went to home. So I do pwd, so it took me to home. Now, if I go cd dot, it's gonna keep me in the same place. So I'm gonna go back to my directory. Okay, so cd George KC. Okay, so I'm back at my home directory. Let me clear. So looking at my home directory, I'm gonna navigate to app landing. So what I do, cd, and as I said, this is the relative path. I don't use the root directories. I just go to cd, starting from the desktop. That's the directory, desktop slash, this is the second directory, like one level lower. I'm gonna type it here. Another directory, I'm gonna go to this directory here. Paste. And then another directory, the app landing. This is what I'm aiming at. This is my the one I want to navigate to. So if you look, I did cd desktop and then /, you have to put / every time you move to another, you navigate. Every time you want to specify one directory lower. So basically this one is inside desktop, as you can see it here. This one is inside the desktop and this one is inside it. So we have to go 1, 2, 3, 4 to get to this app landing. So I'm gonna hit enter now, and if you notice, I am in app landing now. So pwd enter. So if I do pwd, it's gonna give you this directory, and this is, it started from home. Okay, this is, so basically it started from home, George KC, etc., which is my current directory. Now let's say, now we're gonna go back to so if you notice, I didn't use root. Now let's go back to navigate to the root directory, and the root directory is designated by / enter. So now I am at the root directory, which is represented by the /. So this is the top level, the most top level. I mean, the file system starts from this directory. There's nothing above it. Everything is underneath this root directory, which is represented by the /. So if I do ls here to list what's underneath, and it's gonna give me those. So now let's say I want to get to the sbin. Let's see what's inside sbin. Actually, let me see what's inside. User. So what I do, cd user usr sr. So I am at user now. So if I hit list, so let's say I want to navigate to sbin. So what I do, cd sbin, and okay, I am at sbin. Okay, let's say I'm gonna navigate to this one here. Grab BIOS setup. Okay, cd. Oh, it's not a directory. Okay, it looks like this doesn't have any directories, but let me show you exactly. So if we do pwd here, it's gonna show you slash user sbin. Now, if I am at my current directory, pwd, and I want to navigate to the sbin, since the sbin directory is inside the user usr and the usr is inside the root, I'm gonna type cd / starting from the root usr / sbin. So if you look, I used the /, that's the root directory, as we showed on the screen, forward user usr forward sbin, and I hit enter, and now I ended up in sbin. So I could not type cd sbin, it does not work that way, or cd usr. You have to type the / starting from the directory, from the root directory, usr, then sbin. That because I was not in it, I am not in a current directory of that. So this is the an example of the absolute path. So I hope this was not confusing. If you have any questions, please let me know in a comment or by email if you're one of my subscribers. Again, I wanna urge you to subscribe to my email list. This way you get some PDF guides that will help you find the commands help, and I created another PDF to show you how you can combine commands in Linux. So that's it for this video. I want to thank you very much for your time watching it.